go ahead and bring him on. What's going on, Ryan?
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Appreciate you coming on the show today, man. Man, how's everything, man? How excited are you? How cool of a day has this been for you, man?
I mean, it's just been a good day. I woke up early this morning, signed my paperwork, sent it over to ETSU. It's just been a great day. Happy to sign, just ready to work.
Yes, sir. And then talk a little bit about that, Ryan. Just about that relationships you built with East Tennessee. What just made it seem like a fit, man? That relationship you built with the wide receiver coach, the OC. Just how did that all come together?
I mean, last year I signed to go to Gardner Webb, and with the coaching staff leaving Gardner Webb and going to ETSU, I was able to build a good relationship with entering the portal and being offered by ETSU. Going to which I already had a reputation. And Coach Lamb is a great head coach. He was able to build Gardner Webb to be a winning program. And he's just done great things there. And I just believe in him and I have trust in him. And Coach Riggins is a great DC. And I just know that we have a chance to do big things. Yeah. I was just
Sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was, I was just, I have faith in Coach Lamb. I know Coach Lamb gonna do big things at ETSU and I want to be a part of that. So I talking to my family, I trust Coach Lamb and I trust Coach Riggins and that we're gonna have big things at ETSU.
Yes, sir. And then Ryan, for us that don't know, like we're a lot of times we're on the outside looking in. What is it like just entering the transfer portal? You know, from firsthand, you was at Gardner Webb, and then now you come over to East Tennessee State. What is that process like? Walk us through the eyes and the mind and kind of the body of a college athlete going through that process and going to a school that you really want to be at, and then going and being successful. Just walk us through that.
I mean, entering the transfer portal it's kind of crazy. Because you hear the stories, everybody's telling you the transfer is crazy. It's changing college football now with this free 1 year transfer. And so entering the transfer portal, it's a lot more paperwork than I thought. I I was back and forth. I was space trying to fill my paperwork out. But it's just it's just something I had to talk to my family about and just really pray about and make sure I made the right decision. I know stepping into the transfer portal door is like you can't really go back. So I knew once I was in the portal, I had to find college. It's basically started the recruiting process that I thought I left in high school. So I just had to take a step by step and know that I'm making the right decision.
Yeah, and then you talked about the paperwork. I know before, like obviously with the transfer portal changing, it used to be you have to request the leave. So as it kind of like when you like okay, hey, I want to hit the transfer portal. Do you have to kind of like I know you said submit paperwork, but do you have to like let the school that you were at know, or is it more so like you got to like fill out this form for first, and then that allows you to get in the transfer portal? What is that part like?
You have to, well, at first you have to let the school you're at know you want to enter transfer portal. So you have to fill out paperwork to let them know you want to enter transfer portal. Then you have to enter transfer portal. You have to ask to be released out of your national letter of intent from last year. So you have to ask to be released out of that. Then you have to apply and do registration to get financial aid to go to the school you are transferring to. So is you have to like apply to be released from the school you're at just to apply again to the school you are going to.
Wow. So it's like a whole. How long did that approval like process take for you? Like when you first started filling out this stuff to when it became official.
Probably about a week. Good.
Okay, it's not terrible, but it's,
It's still
it
long.
looks like you had to cram it all in there though.
Yeah.
And then did you get to visit East Tennessee before? Like I know you.
Yes, I was able to go to East Tennessee this past week. I had a couple so I was able to go up and see Johnson City and get a feel for the campus, see the facilities and all that. And that's another reason I committed because being up in Johnson City, I fell in love with it. It's a football town. They love ETSU football up there, and they want to see ETSU football back at the top. So being up there and being able to come on an official visit was another reason why I committed there. Because I see how much love they have for ETSU football up there.
Oh yeah, no, Tennessee's an outstanding state, and they definitely definitely love their football. And then I know coming out of Kell, you had outstanding grades, so you really had a lot of choices to go through. Talk about how you've been able to just open up these opportunities to transfer because you've been able to just have great grades throughout your career?
Me, having grades and coming out of Kell, Coach May really instilled on me that it's more than just football. That I have life. I'm gonna have a life after football. So he always stayed on me about my grades, and he always instilled me in better. So because of that, I was able to have good grades and put myself in a good position when I got all them offers transfer portal. My grades wasn't something that, and it didn't make me not able to get certain offers. So just having good grades is something that I just hold myself to a standard of because I know I'm gonna have something outside of football. Doing this, my major is sports management. I got science, so I have to fall back. That just goes back to Coach May and what he's instilling in Kell. They want to be more.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember. Yeah, looked it up. You had something like a 3.76 or 3.8.
Not
So
easy
that
to
was
do.
never a question with you. So that's huge because I know, man, that first year in college that can be tough for some, but
Yes,
when you're taking care of business in the classroom, those opportunities open up. But what are you excited about? Just East Tennessee, your role there, and just kind of getting started.
I mean I'm just excited to give them. A lot of people are staying from current. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to give them work. They do start building that connection. I think we really have a chance to do something special this year. Just start by one, remove the game, team, hit the ground running. We got workouts the next day. So I'm really just excited to get there and go to work.
And then Ryan, talk about just like the life of a student athlete, right? I think that gets glossed over so much you guys have to be able to do. You got, like you said, keeping the grades right, workouts, you got tests, just talk a little bit about just that process. What's the day to day like, man? Like if you had to like, kind of quantify it, like, what are you doing day to day?
I mean, day to day is kind of like workout. I go to workouts, come back, shower, gotta go to class. Class you got study hall, then you got practice in the afternoon. I say the biggest thing for being a student athlete is having good time management. Because if you can't time management and if you can't have self control and know, all right, I got a test, but I got a test on Thursday, but there's a party I may want to go to. I can't go to that party. I got to study because it's just you just have self control. You got to put yourself first and know you're playing a long run. It's not a short game. You got to think about the long run. And so it's really about just having good time management. And Coach Land does a great job. Where he has study hall, we have advisors that are just for the football team now too. So we have to go see them every or once a week, and they're gonna keep us on our grades. So he really does help us out there. But just being a student athlete, it's hard, but it's doable. And you just have to want to do it. You have to want to hold yourself to that standard, and just you have to want to be great. And especially now being in college too, nobody's there to hold your hand. Your mom isn't there to wake you up and tell you got to go to class. It really depends on how great you want to be and how much you are willing to push yourself. I like it. I like the freedom. Mama not there. I like being able to have.
I feel you, man. No, college is a definitely different experience in the whole, man. And like you said, it's how much you willing to push yourself, man. Ain't nobody like if you're not gonna put in the work. I mean, it's just like how it is with jobs, man. Like if you're not putting the work and the effort, like you're gonna get released. It's the same thing with a sport, any of that. So you're 100% right. I want to get from your viewpoint though, Ryan. What's the difference that you've seen just on the college level, far as just the speed from high school? You went to a great school like Kell, but what's the biggest difference you see just as far as the speed or what you need to have and possess to be successful just at the wide receiver spots? A lot that goes into it. But what's the difference in speeds from high school to college, you would say?
I mean, in college, everybody fast, but you're not just. I say your senior year at high school, you are faster, stronger, playing the game. Coming up to college, being a freshman is not the same. And, like your technique, and you got to pay attention to the small details. And I will say the college game is much faster. And people are much stronger. Like I remember the first day of fall camp, I thought I was gonna be able just to blow bodies off the line. Got two hands on me, I was done for, and it really changed my mindset about how I now I got to gain some weight around it when they say fans game, it's a fans game. You either make that adjustment or you just gonna be at the bottom and you're not gonna be able to get nowhere. I would say
Mm,
it's faster and you really have to development, but you see that I was going with fall camp really getting back like talking about 3 days. It really takes much of the game. It's faster, but your body's going to adapt to it too.
100%.
Yeah, and you were mentioning, I think, just like the camp before the season. There's different parts of the off season. There's workouts, there's speed training, then there's the season. But how do you just day to day keep your body ready for just whatever you got to do to prepare?
I mean, that's, that's so I gotta make sure I'm eating right. I gotta make sure I'm putting good things in my body. I like your body. Like, my job is my body. Like I'm using my body to produce. I hope I want to provide for my family. So I know I can put the right skills in my body. So it really is take that every after practice. Just really treat- That's what I try to do. And that's what I try to do. But I'm taking an ice bath every day. I'm getting extra treatment, even if I don't feel like going in. Just really making sure I'm doing everything to keep my body at 100% because availability, best ability, and the process too. So I, I know 100%.
Yeah, and I promise it's gonna not only pay off on the football field, but I mean, even when you're done playing, all that work you're putting in now, you're gonna hit your 30s or 40s, and you're gonna be like going beast mode in the gym all those years. I'm glad I did it because now I look good, I feel good. So you're setting yourself up more than just for this upcoming season when you're putting in that work. I promise you that you will not regret all that effort getting put into it.
Yes, sir.
And then Ryan, like what would you just tell kids? Obviously, you mentioned the time management, how important that is, and then you mentioned like having your body be able to adapt to the college level. But what would you just tell kids about like what it is with college? Because I feel like a lot of times, right, your situation is obviously different, but kids will just go like let's say they're not getting any playing time that first semester, or they don't play that first year. What would you just tell them about just the about sticking it out and just knowing like okay sometimes in life like it ain't gonna go your way but it's all about how you adapt and you adjust and being able to kind of know that skill, learning that skill, and how it can kind of translate to life as well.
I will say for me, it was interesting. I didn't I wasn't a day one started when I got to campus and I had to realize this and it took time for me, but not everybody's story is the same. Not everybody's on the same path. I mean, some people going to go in be a day one started, but that may not be you. That may not be you may not be ready for that. And it's just don't try to look at nobody else. Know you're running your race and you're fighting your battles. So even if you're not starting that one, you just gotta keep working and keep working because in the end you will get that shot. And when you get that shot, you have to take your chance. It may not feel like it's coming or it may not feel like you're gonna get that shot soon, but when you get that shot, you have to take the most of your opportunity and just keep working. Like nobody can control your effort. Nobody can control how hard you go in the weight room. Nobody can control how hard you're going in the drills. Nobody can control how hard you're going at practice. Even though you might not playing, nobody can control that. So whenever it's up to you and you can control it, you got to go 100% every time because the coaches are watching. Even if you don't think they're watching, the coaches are watching, and they are evaluating you every day. It's an interview every time you step into the facility. It's an interview every time you step into that weight room. So if maybe you're not a starter on the field or you're not a one on the field or the a one or a two, but in the weight room there are no ones and no twos. Everybody's working out trying to get better. So just keep grinding, keep working, keep working. Because you may not see it now, and you may not see it like you can't touch it, but eventually it will pay off. And you got to keep your head down and grinding, and not try to worry about other people and the life other people are living.
It's a good point, man. And then what would you say, obviously, like what's the next steps for you with East Tennessee? I know you just signed with them, obviously, but what's next for you? I know we got signing day today, and then obviously you're gonna have the bowl games coming up, and then you're gonna be getting into the spring. But what is the next steps look like for you in enrolling and getting going with East Tennessee State?
Well, I just vacation a couple of days ago. I went and year back. Right now, I'm just working out, getting my body ready so I can hit the ground running. Because we move in January, and I know once we move in January, we have workouts, and then it's just straight work. Get ready for spring. Gotta have a big spring. Get ready for spring. Just start. I just that we can bring ESU back. So on team that we open season at App State. Then we have us, and I'm here right now. Body ready. I was a little bit covered back up. And I was Lamb. He's sciences and he's here right now. I'm really getting and, but
Certainly.
Yeah, that's a big schedule, and yeah, spring's gonna be here before we know
It's
it.
crazy, man.
It's gonna be here.
It's crazy.
Time
Go by
will
so
fly
fast.
but yeah, I'm hoping to see you out there for sure. Best of luck.
thank you.
Pulling for you guys.
Yeah, man. Ryan, just thanks so much, man. I know you're a busy guy. Just appreciate you coming on. I think you are our first college player I think we've had on the show, on Underrated Overlooked or any of our other 3 shows, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're the first one, man. So definitely appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. You pioneer for us, man. So just keep us in the loop in the journey, man, of your success, man. And you're welcome to come on whenever, man. And we really appreciate it.
Thank you.